Yes, sir. Geeks all over the globe, God. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We Geek. We encourage you to stay geek, man. It's bright as day, black as night. No evil shall escape my sight, Big J. It's your boy Real, man. I got the ring on. It ain't powered up yet, though. I'm working on it, man. I got to get my battery. It's your boy Big J. Got Cuz in the building, man. BA not with us right now, but hopefully he will be with us soon. Listen, man, we definitely appreciate y'all geeking out with your boys per use, man, here for all geek things, man, involving movies and television. If you're into the geek culture, you're in the right place, man. Simply hit that subscribe button. Join us here every Tuesday evening and every Saturday morning as we continue to get our geek on. And also, too, if everybody can hit them likes for us, that'd be much appreciated as well. All right. So, also, too, if you have any questions, any comments, you want to join the conversation, go ahead and hit us in the comment section, man, and we'll address those here toward the end of the show. All right, fellas, man, we got a lot to get into, man. Lanterns just started on Sunday, so we definitely talking about Lanterns today, y'all. We have a full-fledged conversation about Lanterns, man. Our thoughts on the episode, what we look forward to in the season, comments made by some of the creators, get into some of the outlooks on some of the outlooks of some of the reviews that were out there too, man. We'll get into all that, y'all. So it's gonna be straight spoilers out here in these geeky streets out here, y'all. So listen, I'm gonna warn you right now. All right, it's how we normally do on the show. We have our conversations back and forth throughout the show, kind of give our thoughts, and then we normally give our Kaioken rating of what we thought of this episode. So I'm gonna give you a warning right now. If you have not seen Lanterns, episode 1, it's only one episode, y'all. Just go watch that episode, come back, let us know. But until then, spoilers.
Spoilers.
Yep, you've been warned, y'all. We talking about Lanterns. All right, the new show that's on HBO Max, the new DC show, Lanterns. Getting off to a pretty great start so far. So we're gonna go ahead and get to it, fellas. A lot to break down from this show. Like I said, we're gonna get to some comments and stuff like that, things that's kind of to look forward to in this show. You already know we gotta start off like this, fellas. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick. So this right here is the Rotten Tomatoes score. It says Lantern is now the highest rated DCU project on Rotten Tomatoes at a 95%. It surpassed Peacemaker Season 2 at a 94% and Creature Commandos at a 93%. And Superman at 83%. So far, so good, fellas. We're gonna get to y'all's takes here real quick, man. Let's go ahead and break this show down real quick before we kind of start talking about it here, fellas. So let's get into this real quick. Of course, we just saw the Rotten Tomato scores here. Let's get into this right here. So check it out. Fans are calling Lanterns the best DC series of all time. I don't know if y'all been hearing that online. It says the twist ending raises the stakes. It has fans shocked. Pretty interesting. Let's see if I can find the other stuff here, y'all. We got a lot in here. Let me see. I think it is this one. Oh, nope, that's not it. But the best DC project to date, that's from CBR. That's their take on it. Let's see if I can find it. Where are you guys? Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it either. Dang it. Couple stuff lined up. Where are you? Here it is. I got it. The grounded, mature storyline draws influence from True Detective. I think we already kind of knew that already. We've been hearing that before the show even started shooting. That's kind of the outlook they were going. If you've seen this first episode, you kind of got a taste of that in this first episode. Viewers praised the chemistry between Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre. So yeah, it's been, like I said, we kind of get a sense of how good the show is. A lot of people are talking about it and raving about it online right now. It is, I think, HBO's highest rated viewed show right now, and it's only been one episode. So let's go ahead and look at what are the critics saying out here, fellas. Let's go ahead and get into it. We just saw what CBR said. So this is what Empire is saying. They give it a 4 out of 5. The grounded and gritty approach pays dividends for Lanterns, which gives the DCU a much needed win. Much needed. That bodes well, man, because we definitely got to hear some wins for DC right now. Let's see what we got up here. So check this out. This is from DC News. So their review is 4 Lanterns out of 5. It says arguably the best project the DCU has produced. Which is high praise. Let's see. What's this another one? Oh, nope. Get to where are you? No, it's all no one up here. Where are you? Did this one? Here we go. So this is from IGN. It says while the central murder mystery in episode 1 is more serviceable than actively intriguing, the characters and their uneasy dynamic more than justifies giving the show a watch. They gave it an 8 out of 10, yo. So not bad. Let's see if there's anything else we want to look at here. So these are some of the reviews that we have in total. IndieWire gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Variety gave it an 8 out of 10. The Wrap gave it a 7.8 out of 10. Decider says must see. He gave it 5 stars. We just said what Empire was. He gave it a 4 out of 5. Polygons gave it a 8 out of 10. And then we got, I can't read that last part. What's the name? It's a little low here. What's this?
The Independent.
That's Independent. Okay, the Independent gave it a 4 out of 5. Okay. So, with some of these reviews, man, it's pretty promising, man, for this show so far. Before we kind of get to some of this, the talk going around with this show, let me get y'all's thoughts on it. Cuz, BJ, what's your thoughts on this first episode so far, man?
Like I said, I like the acting. I like the dynamic between the two stars. I think it's probably some of the best casting I've seen, especially on the shows. Because, like I said, your boy, was it Kyle Chandler?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent actor. And, of course, he can play. He plays his role well as cocky, but soulless type dude. You know what I mean? Like, he seems like he's false confident. Everybody hates him for some reason because he's cocky or he kind of just craps on people. The only thing I will tell you though, Aaron Pierre this seemed like Rebel Ridge Part 2 or something. Like, he seems very much the same dude. I don't know how to say in anything else. But
No, it was supposed to be. That's
what we expected.
Part 2 in space.
Yeah. Hey, you know what you did, Rebel Ridge? Do that again.
Exactly. Run it back.
Get like that.
Hands behind your back. And also, can we talk about his dad that needs to be arrested and prosecuted? Shooting the gun at your son's head.
BJ, you look like your dad didn't shoot a gun at your head, bro.
He did not, and he was terrible. No, he ain't do that. He ain't never put a gun.
That's not right. Oh man!
And then you saw all that. There was a whole string. That's how they measured how tall he was. He had 20 bullet holes in the back behind him. I'm like, come on, man.
Hey, them was lined up right on top.
You've been doing this since he was 4 years old. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
The hearing loss alone, you should be come on. And they try to act like that. See, that's why they don't like black fathers. Come on. That's what they think we all do.
Hey, I don't know if you heard that theory. We'll get to it in a little bit, but there was a theory to what his father's intentions and his what he wanted for his son or whatever. But Cook, what you think about it, man?
It's a good episode. Yeah, I agree. The casting was phenomenal. So can we give kudos to DC, to Gunn and DC overall, for the Lantern cast? Like all three, for Nathan, for Aaron, and for Kyle Chandler. Like great casting.
You can't be saying this stuff. You got Big J on the screen. You can't say that good stuff.
Nah. We giving kudos.
That was Damon Lindelof.
Great casting. We're giving great casting for that. It was just really good for them to put this on the same time slot that you put House of Dragon, the same time slot that you put The Pit, the same time slot that you put your heavy hitting shows. That's where they put this, and that is to show that. And we already know one thing that when it comes to HBO is they're all about appointment TV. Like they love pulling people in week to week to be able to watch their premiere shows, and that's what this is. With this first episode, this first episode, just sticking for what we saw is appointment TV. It grounded it very well to more of it felt more in a real world situation. The ring was there. We got to see it. We got to see him use it. We were able to see the youthfulness, or I would say like the youthfulness, but when I say youthfulness, I mean the errors in Aaron Pierre as a trainee. We were able to see that from what happened at the football field that led to the chase. What happened with him and the grandma, like so you see these different uh, errors and mistakes that he's made because you see the usefulness. And then for Hal, he saw that greedy, the old head standing back. Just this is how you feel. This should be the right way. Okay, well, let's see how it goes. Go ahead, do your thing. And then also, so you see him that side, and then you see him when he's on top of his game during when he's interrogating the alien, and he's asking him the Nebraska football questions. He know everything. He asked him a pop culture off Harry Potter. He's not sure about that. Goes back to sports. He knows that. He pops up with Obama. What about Obama? Oh, so the only thing bad that you have to say about Obama is his birth certificate. That he might have had some controversy from about his birth certificate, and you, a dude from rural Nebraska. With that whole sequence was like, that's great writing. That is great writing to be, put that in that for everybody to know. It's like, yeah, that's an alien. Ain't no way, dude, coming even like from rural Nebraska. All you know is football. You don't know Harry Potter. You only have he might have had some controversy on his birth certificate when it comes to Obama. Yeah, you're alien. So it was just great writing. The casting that they have so far is really good. The what was I don't remember. I don't think I heard or just don't remember. But Jason Ritter was a nice touch in it as well. And because like I think I knew like everybody outside of him, but to see him walk in, that lawyer, the quick little public defender within it, being the husband to the sheriff, like I feel like that was pretty good casting and gets a nice little slip in as well. What you got?
So you gonna talk about that relationship, but not the other relationship that was key to the whole show?
I did bring it in.
No. I'm talking about old boy's wife.
Yeah, I did. I said that was one of Aaron Pierre mistakes was him and the grandma.
Mistake? Was it a mistake?
Well, I mean, he was on the job and like at the time it wasn't, but
on the job hasn't done that?
On the other side of it, now that he's on the other side of it, it could be seen as a mistake.
You know that was you and Larry. You know nothing about it.
Yeah, nah. So I guess like at the time it wasn't a mistake, but yeah, afterwards, like 2020, yeah, you can see it as one. But yeah, I mentioned it. but that's what I'm saying. It's great. But this is what I'm saying. Like it's just great writing. Like even like that type of chemistry. Like even with that connection, it ends up paying a little bit of a dividend just a few minutes, like 15 minutes later in the show. So it's just the small things like that turn into big thing. That was pretty great. But yeah, this is appointment TV. You can feel season 1 True Detective walking through it as well. Just to set up and the ending as how they set up the ending as well, to where you have an idea what's going to happen. But it's everything that's in between that will that's going to pull you in and make you come in week to week and want to know what happened. It was great. It was a great show. That's how you do a pilot on a legacy character. legacy characters. What you got, bro?
Yep. When you talked about that whole Nebraska scene in the prison when he was interrogating them, y'all gotta remember, man, the same people who wrote this show and show running this show are the same people who did The Watchmen. Y'all remember what the underlining tone and theme of that movie was? Or should I say that show?
Yeah.
So they're kind of getting a lot from there. Yeah, like you said, man, the show kind of has you, it draws you in already. It's kind of giving me a little bit of Peacemaker season 1 to where it's like it's starting off in a way to where like, man, where is this going?
Mm-hmm.
This is pretty interesting. They're doing some stuff where it's like, okay, where are we going with this, right? And excuse me, then eventually it leads to something crazy towards the end. Like I said, the acting, you saw the chemistry between Aaron Pierre and Kyle Chandler. That was great. Like I said, you getting a feel of how this is going to go for him for reasons we're gonna talk about it here in a little bit. The very last scene of the first episode, which got a lot of people talking. I kind of blame BA for that because he kind of called it out. You kind of called that was going to happen. Like, damn it, I think it's gonna be this. I think it's gonna be that soon if it was going to happen. But you're gonna talk about that here in a little bit. But yeah, bro, like I said, great show, man. It's one of them shows, bro. I kind of wish, I know HBO don't do this, but it'd be nice if HBO kind of did like we give you like at least two episodes. You know what I'm saying? The first night. Because it'd be nice to kind of at least give me one more episode, bro. What's up?
Didn't they do that with Peacemaker? Didn't they give us like 3 on season 2? They did drop more than one, I thought.
Nah, they did one. It was every week. HBO, you can probably look it up, but I don't think HBO's ever done that where they do 2 or 3 episodes. They do literally one. That's the case.
HBO love to pull people in week to week. They wouldn't want to shorten it.
Because if that's the case, Big J, they should have done that with Game of Thrones 85 years ago.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know. They definitely do that because I definitely would love to see at least one more episode. They can give you like 2 episodes, that'd be nice.
Yeah,
but this is not how HBO is wired. You know what I'm saying? Like Cuz said, he kind of want to draw you in week by week. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, this is a pretty good show. Let's listen to some thoughts, man. But this is what I think it was. Tom and Dave both said something here, man. These are both of the guys who are running the show for Lanterns. Let's kind of get their take, man, on what to look forward to here in the season, and what we kind of got from episode 1.
In all seriousness, the first thing that Tom and I sort of looked at each other when we were even kicking around the idea of killing Hal, and we're like, we can't do that. Everyone's going to hate us, and it feels gimmicky. And then, but Mundy actually was like, I don't think that it does feel gimmicky. I think that it will actually sort of infuse the entire story with a lot of emotionality, especially if the audience understands that John and Hal were not in a good place at the time that Hal died. And maybe, like traditionally in comic books, my understanding is that like that these characters can't die. And like but if we're doing something that's supposed to be grounded, like maybe this is something that we have to do. And then we're like, yeah, but we're still going to get blamed for it. But we gradually started kind of coming around to it. And I think because we were so reluctant to do it, and because we're fans, and like at the same time, like we get our turn to run with the baton of these amazing characters, but also just as fans, Hal means something to us too. So I think that we basically started reframing the question in terms of, yes, on Sunday night, are we willing to acknowledge that a lot of people are going to be angry, that if we were watching this and not making it, that we would be saying, I waited this long for another live action version of Hal, haven't gotten him since the Ryan Reynolds film, and then basically like 50 minutes after getting me to fall in love with Kyle Chandler, you're killing him off? Fuck you. And I guess our feeling is, let's see how you feel at the end of episode 8. And if you still feel like it was exploitative or unnecessary, or that it wasn't exactly what had to happen in order for this story to get told, then then we deserve it. But I think we're willing to absorb a little the booze from the audience in the first inning, as long we still have a shot at winning the game.
Yeah, and just say that I'm with the audience here. Like I love Hal. Like I adore that character. I adore writing him. I don't know if you've met Kyle Chandler. He's fairly charming.
Very charming.
And he's absolutely wonderful. And I want, but and I was the guy who turned off the show after the Red Wedding. Was like never again. And then so like I have been there, and I may have even yelled at the television over Lost once or twice.
Reasonable.
And but yeah, like this is a show that we're trying to make as close to reality, and sometimes you lose the things you love, and sometimes the stakes are that high in reality, and they're supposed to be that high in our show. And so as much as I love that, in making a show that is about that's about the real world, that's about sort of our loves and our losses, we have to write about the losses. And so the love and the loss are both part of this story.
I don't know if y'all been online. I haven't really been noticing, but I don't know if y'all noticed anybody was mad about the whole Hal dying in episode 1 or what the case was. You been seeing that, BJ? Of course. Okay.
Very profound. Very profound.
Look. You know what? No, I've seen a few people saying things about it, but of course, you know, and some of it's been the of course, the expected foolishness about why they had to kill him off just to give us, you know, the black guy and all that foolishness. Thinking it's a woke move to kill off the old white guy, but
20 years younger. It was going to be his time.
You know, hey, but like I said, my thing is I heard about it before we even saw it. I heard that was supposed to be happening and people was gonna be mad, but I was like, yeah, you know, it is what it is. Let's see what my thing is. Let's see what the story unfolds, and then, like they said, if it makes sense, it made sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. What about you, BA? What you think, man?
About that particular interview?
No, the scene where Hal died.
Okay.
Were you mad? Were you like, you know, you cool with it?
The whole thing was shaky because we don't 100% know that was him. First and foremost, you literally have a show that a person is an alien that looks like a human. So you know what I'm saying? Who's to say that they couldn't body double him, right? Like who's to say that? Like, so we have evidence of that. We also, you know, we're not going to like not see Hal. We're going to see him throughout the whole thing. That's why they clearly showed the timeline. And you know, so you know who it's influences DC. Like who knows who stays dead on top of all that. people always find a way to come back. You know what I mean? So I didn't trip on it. Just give me a good story. But you know, I get it though, right? Like this is the Spider-Man people, right? Like you know, we've been through that when Into the Spider-Verse came out. Like, how are you going to kill homeboy, but you kill off Peter Parker, but you bring it just to bring him out? Like, I get it, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, if I wanted to see someone of a certain ilk look like, you know, person that looks like me, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, yo, you kill him off to bring him? Like, I understand the plight. Like, I get it. But at the end of the day, it's not like this person is not around. It's not like this person is not, like, we didn't make up John Stewart. John Stewart is a thing, in a sense, and it might fit what they're trying to do better than what Hal is trying to, you know, even if we had a younger version of Hal. Then we just saw a younger version of Hal. You know, we've seen it. So, you know, this just brings a whole nother perspective of him being who he is. I think they picked a tremendous actor in Kyle to play him because he still gives the a-hole answers and stuff like that. You know, even when he was in court, like, come on, man, like you can't talk to the judge like that. But he was like, that's Hal Jordan. You know what I mean? We just get like
old Hal.
But it's even better because we're going to get like all different versions of Hal in one show. And we wasn't going to be able to do that 100% like that if he was in a movie and so on and so forth. So I think, you know, don't look past the fact that we get to see multiple renditions of the same character and then now it's just going to transition probably over to the new character.
What you think? You mad about Hal dying?
Nah, first thing that popped in my head was, damn it, BA's right. That was literally the first thing that popped in my head.
See, that's your problem. See, it's okay if I'm right from time to time.
It's fine. It's fine.
I didn't. Hold on, BA. I didn't think he was gonna be. I told you might be right on this, but I didn't think it was gonna be first episode, man. I'm like, God dang.
Like, you called it all the way to the first episode. He said that don't be surprised if he died the first episode, and then it happens like, did BA see this? Did he watch his own this whole season already?
You had an early cut, BA.
Exactly. But it was more shocking than any type of disappointment. Like I said, first thing popped in my head was like, damn, BA was right. And then the next one was like, okay, like it's figure interesting because they're gonna it jumps ahead to the future, and then it's gonna bring us back and give us the timeline of everything that led up into that moment. So it was more of a, dang, that happened. Oh, this is gonna be interesting when we move forward type of situation. So at this point, like I said, this first episode was just great writing across the board, great storytelling. Like this is the expectation of HBO. Now that we're getting it in DC form, makes it that much better for them to be able to join in on this.
Bro, that's the first thing I said, man. When I seen that scene at the end, first thing I said was, "What?" Damn it, BA was right. I said yelled out loud. Damn it, BA was right, man. I didn't think it was gonna be first episode. It's like, duh, like why would it be first episode? He's the main character, whatever. Right out the gate, let's go ahead and just kill him off or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they explained there in the video, their thought process when they did it, man. They said they already knew a lot of people were gonna be mad and all that type of stuff. I think we already knew. We all knew that, bro. I mean, as much as some probably want certain things to happen, we already knew what was gonna happen. We knew he had to pass for John to get the ring. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? The fact too that we kind of figured that something's gonna happen to Hal. I think we all kind of figured that. We all figured that John was gonna be the Green Lantern going forward. Ain't no telling what's going. Hey, we don't know what's gonna happen to. Well, no, he's gonna be alive. He's gonna be in a minute tomorrow, but we don't even know what's gonna happen to Nathan Fillion. But he's gonna be alive. Because I know they talked about the fact they brought it up numerous times in the show about you only can have one lantern per world or whatever, right? On Earth or whatever. So. This is going to be interesting because I think we're going to start leading to the fact that there are more lanterns on planet Earth in the comics. So I don't know. We're going to probably get to that. What you going to say, BA?
Well, the whole pilot was a lot of contradictions. So you're right. They did say that, but they also said in the hologram, in the hologram, whatever he called it. He said like, yo, like someone died and I got the ring. What are you doing? We don't do trainees here. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of I guess the old style of how they did it is changing throughout this I guess this time period that we're dealing with. We're talking about 40 years or so of Green Lantern constant referencing along the line. So I like the fact that they're telling you one thing and then completely doing something totally different. And it was within the same episode.
Yeah, because it's funny y'all said that. Check this out. His ring was missing at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
So it said DC's Lantern TV show will explore the origins of how Guy Gardner became a Green Lantern in the first place. So they're gonna talk about that. But also, not only that, we talked about we put this in the show in the group.
There was a hidden mystery in the middle. Like Guy Gardner was Green Lantern. Yeah. And that was a mystery. Because
like, how do we get there?
Why? How did we get there? Because at the end of this episode, Hal's dead, but also you see John's hand. He's not wearing that ring. Mm-hmm. Guy has the ring. Mm-hmm. So why does Guy end up with the ring, and where do we go after this? Because this moves us forward.
He has the best haircut. I'm just going to say that. That's what they made it.
So we got our answer, fellas. That's a spoiler, by the way. I'm sorry, y'all. We know he has the ring, but now the question is, why does he have the ring? Go ahead, BA, say.
I don't think he has the ring. I saw. I know what you just played. I just don't. I don't believe him because I've seen God's ring. God, unless
Well,
it's like,
no. I don't think he means like he's wearing a ring. I think he has the ring in his possession. Is what he's saying. The ring is
oh,
missing. Yeah. I don't
understood.
think he meant. Now, I mean, I could be wrong. That's why I kind of took it or whatever. But I could
Yeah,
be wrong.
that's how I took it, as in like he has his ring, as in that's why he's a ladder. I was like, no, because he had his back in like 4 or 5 years before he died. So like the timeline is a bit off, and they look different too. So I don't mind them going through a character, a background of how he got his ring. And yes, I guess the next question is, how did he get Hal's ring? So this thing is weaving with questions and different plot lines and stuff. That's how it should be, to be honest with you. I should not know the answer.
Yeah.
You know, I shouldn't know the answer.
Keep watching to find out. That's how
keep watching to find out.
I want it to be easy to find out. Like, oh, that's easy. Such was there yesterday. He got it or whatever. Like, you don't want it to be that easy. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, make us work a little bit. Make us think.
What you got, cuz?
Nah, for me, I don't think he has it, and that's what's going to help tell a great story. Because it's going to be, why didn't the ring go to John immediately, and where did it go? Why doesn't so did it go back to the Guardians, and they will end up heading it over to John? Why didn't it go to John? Why doesn't Guy have it, or does Guy have it? Like, so you have all these questions of about this ring. Whoever killed Hal, did they take it? Are they holding on to it because they whatever they did, they had no fear while they did it, and that's how they end up getting it. So it just ends up having these different questions around it, and all the way to be able to figure it out is to keep watching, and hopefully the great storytelling and writing will be able to walk us through it as we enjoy it. What you got, Big J?
I think that we basically, I think what it was John's father couldn't wait anymore, and he decided to go ahead and we know that he's good at shooting guns at heads. So I think what happened was he put an apple on Hal's head and told him sit still, and Hal probably flinched or sneezed or something, and then went on and took him out and took the ring off. He said, "You ain't deserve this," and took the ring off his hand. Gonna give it to his son. That's what he do. He was trying to be a good father, but he's kind of misguided. But that's what I think is gonna happen. We're gonna see that in episode 3.
How do y'all feel about the father?
I already talked about it. I said that dude needs to be arrested. He needs to be arrested and tried. You don't shoot guns at your children's head.
What father don't shoot apples off a kid's head? What are you talking about, BJ?
That's weird, man.
You know what? Anyway. I think what it is, and I think what they're alluding to, I think the Lantherns went to John's father first, and I think that's how they. I think they went to the father first. He couldn't do it for whatever reason, because I think they said his wife, because we noticed the mother hadn't showed up, hadn't been talked about. I think she's sick, because they said there's been different versions, and one version the mother had cancer in the comics.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what it was he couldn't leave his kids, but he was fearless. And I think he's trying to train John to be just like he was,
like him.
So that John could take the ring. And basically that's why they came and wanted to talk to him and interviewed him versus the ring choosing him. They're like, nah, we won't you because basically we know you're dead. And so I think that's what that is. But
no, I agree with you. I was gonna say the same thing. So they're saying it might be a play on the original story of John Stewart, his first appearance in DC Comics, where he was supposed to be the Green Lantern. And no, I don't think the showrunners are lying, because I think what's the name? Guy Gardner does have the ring. I don't think they would have just said that for no reason, give it a spoiler like that. I think he has the ring, but I think it's kind of what BA was saying. Does he have the ring like he's wearing the ring? Or does he have the ring like I'm holding on to it because somebody tried to take it or whatever? We don't know what that case is, but I do believe he actually has it. Now, it could be what you said, BA. It could be a play on, because in the comics, there were 2 times that Guy Gardner could have had the ring. The reason why Hal got the ring over Guy Gardner originally is because Hal was a little bit closer to Amasur than what Guy Gardner was. The second time, I forgot what happened the second time, but John Stewart ended up getting it over Guy Gardner. And so those were the two chances that he had. And then eventually later on down the line, DC decided to give him a ring or whatever. So then he had that little run. I don't remember if you remember that run, BJ. He had that run where he's wearing a yellow ring and all that stuff. Just calling himself Guy and all that. He had the denim jacket and all that with the boots and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, I think that's probably that. It might kind of go that route a little bit. I'm not sure. Like I said, like Cuz said, we want to probably see what they're doing with that. But the fact that he has a ring is interesting because we do see those clips where he's talking to John behind bars. So we're gonna have to see what all that means or whatever. But it's gonna be interesting, man, to kind of see the direction they go. We see these reviews and stuff, man, for this show. So kind of like Peacemaker, BJ. These guys who were reviewing it saw the whole entire season, other than the last episode. So
yeah, they saw 7 out of 8. I saw someone that saw 7 out of 8.
Saw 7 out of 8, which is why the score is what it is for the critics. Why it's like a 95 or 96 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So because they all seen it. So I know. You want to know what else is interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Check this out. It's your boy. Somebody asked, which episode are you most excited for as a fan to see?
Yeah.
He said the last couple.
Wait it out. Wait it out, guys.
I heard the deep side. What's on your mind, BJ?
So you know what somebody said? I think I said that to y'all about well, you know, they were making fun of after the first what was it, Peacemaker season 2? Remember that the big thing he talking about his favorite thing was watching his wife and John and all that, and people started wondering about James and his relationship situation. But then, of course, now with the new guy, Dillahunt's character, and John Stewart, they were like, when he was like, nothing better than eating off another man's grill or something like that, and they were like, they were like, somebody said that's James continuing his fantasy.
I saw that.
I was like,
yeah, I can see it.
See, but the fact is, like I said, the fact that he's talking about it once again, the last two, he should just be quiet right now. He shouldn't even be talking. You know, just be quiet. If the show's good, then you'd be like, yeah, you know what, I hired these guys. Don't say nothing. Don't talk about what your favorite stuff is. I don't want to hear about he showed up at the last 2 episodes.
That was Damage Control.
He should keep on with Damage Control. Don't say nothing until after the reviews are done for the final episode, and then be like, see?
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if he like you said, he's saying what he's saying, right? And if we come in here, man, on the last episode and it's trash.
He said last couple.
Then he said the same thing with the other one. If Fox and Shazam shows up or Nelson, I'm throwing your TV. That's
I just think it was the whole. When was it posted? Like, was it posted like before? It don't matter when it's posted. It could be before episode 1 or after episode 1. I just think that people were so thrown off from what happened with Hal, and he's saying, "Hold on, there's a whole story here. Wait it out," and that's what he was doing without saying all the extra stuff. So I think that was a good form of just real quick damage control, saying people don't walk away from the show, stay here. And I'm not going to say too much after that. So I think that I think in the world of James Gunn, I think that was cool. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a musical in episode 8. I don't see that
at all.
It's not.
Did we see that coming in Peacemaker?
Yes.
Did we see that? No, we did not.
Yes,
we didn't. No, we didn't see those slew of
Did we see it coming?
The person.
No, but look at the intro.
Look at the person.
The intro gives you a say that, like,
the writer.
Yeah, why? So y'all didn't see that coming in retrospect.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. Did we not get a similar intro in season 1?
We did.
Did we get any bands? Did we get any? He wrote season 1 too. Did we get any bands at the end of season 1?
No, we did
That's
not.
what I'm saying. So no, I did not expect us to have a slew of bands, and that was the whole show.
Two bands. We watched in 2 weeks.
Watch the MTV music
Hair
video.
bands. Hair
You
bands.
know what? You're right. You're right. This is not Dave Filoni. You're right, guys. You're right. You're right. You guys are why am I defending this guy? You're right. You guys are right.
Bro, that's why everybody in mom was mad, bro. And they're like, hold on, this is what we got. You're like, yeah, this is what I expected for it to happen. What? James, that's not what you said, bro. You said cameos. We ain't talking about cover bands, bro. Like, what we doing? That's crazy.
He meant cameo was gonna be on there. That's what it was.
Yeah, I guess so. What you got, cuz?
So I'm gonna take I'm gonna take his expectation as a grain of salt. I trust the writers. I trust the people who's running the show. I'm just gonna believe in them. I believe that they will handle it with care, and it's not even just the level of DC. I think the fact that from what have we asked when it came to the showrunners and the writers of our these comic book shows, read the source material, respect it. You don't have to go shot for shot from the comic book, but just respect it. And if you have the heart of it, the heart and soul, and we can see it, we can feel it, and it'll be good. That's what they're doing with this. They have the heart and with this first episode, it has the heart and soul of what you would want your Green Lanterns to be if it is grounded. I feel like that's what they're going to do for the whole season. So I think it'll be safe. I think it'll be safe to say that this will be one of their better shows. And even with Gunn saying that the last couple he's excited about, I think he really will be, because it's just going to be so well done. I think it will be so well done.
Yeah, but I ain't listening to Big J. You almost got me, Big J. You almost got me. We don't have James Gunn show running this. We got two of the best in the game. Two of the best in the game. Big J's running this, bro. So thank you. Drew back in. Appreciate it.
Wait. Who directed Supergirl?
You said what?
Who directed Supergirl?
Not the best in the game. Oh, no. It didn't start with the director though.
No. But so he's not showrunning this. He's not directing. But who is the studio head, and who could be like, hey, get out the way. Let me take over these last episodes. Fox and Shazam, get on in here. Nelson, y'all get over here.
These guys got too much prestige, Big J. They got too much.
They already got a great history.
Yeah,
especially the HBO.
Yeah, they'll go to HBO behind that, bro. They'll go to the higher ups over what's the name if they do stuff like that. I don't see it, bro. I don't see it, because what's the name more of a higher gun than these guys. These guys are embedded in HBO. You know what I'm saying? You seen. Oh, he's all right. Like that. No, I swear, no pun intended, yo. But no, I think these guys they got some skins on the wall, bro. I think
they more HBO than DC.
Speaking of HBO,
yeah.
Any of y'all watch Boardwalk Empire?
No.
Yeah.
No, I watched a few episodes, but not the whole.
You watched it, real?
Yeah, not the whole thing, but y'all watched a few of them.
You know, that's old girl. That's Nutty Girl, the sheriff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You got that. That's that HBO tie. Like
that's the HBO ties, man. Once you work for HBO, you got a job for life.
You liked it. You liked it.
Y'all heard that rumor? They talking about doing season 2 of the Lanterns. They talking about bringing your boy Yaya in there and
Regina King.
Regina King. Because
like
I said, the two showrunners are the ones who did that. I don't know. But they want them in there. Yeah, from Watchmen. Yeah, they did Watchmen. I was gonna say now.
They're one of my.
I don't know how this will. No. I
don't want Yaya to be a throwaway character. That's the problem.
Yeah, he's too talented.
I would assume. I assume maybe Jon Stewart's brother or something, like one of his brothers.
I mean, he could be a lantern, but he gonna have to wear some makeup and be like another. You know what I'm saying, a lantern in another sector or something like that.
Killer Wall.
Yeah, I don't see Killer Wall. I could be wrong, maybe, but
that's my only problem. I just don't want. Like I seen that too. I was like, he needs a role.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
a reoccurring role.
I don't see Kilowog, bro.
You're running out of black people for DC.
Black hand. He was a black hand.
Literally got black hand. What's the Lantern name? It looked like the one who was over the sector that Krypton was part of, BJ. The one looked like a bird.
Oh no.
No? Okay. Never mind. I mean, I gotta look at the rest of them and get an idea who he could be, but I mean, I don't know if they'll go that route. I guess it depends on what we kind of see for the rest of the season. You know what I'm saying? They go full on cosmic or whatever, but they want those two in the show. They'll find a way to put them in the show or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
So, also too, let's see if we can. So speaking of this show and this overall outlook of DC, so this is what the timeline looks for DC right now. So I think you brought it up, BA. You talking about the 4 years. Hal becomes a Green Lantern in 1986. The planet Krypton is destroyed in 95. Lanterns happens in 2016. Superman public debuts in 22. Clayface hasn't been determined yet, but I think they said it's before the events of Superman, so it's probably about around the same area. It had to be before Creature Commando because they also said that's the Clayface in Creature Commando, so that's probably right between Superman's public debut and Creature Commando season 1. Then of course we got Superman that came out. Then Peacemaker was right behind Superman. Supergirl, of course, was a year after that, and then we get to the Leonard fast forward. So that's the present time, and then it happens right before Man of Tomorrow. So
what happened in 96?
That's when he went public.
Yeah. What happened? What made him go public? Was it the meteor?
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me see something. Do y'all think Superman landed on the planet in 96 and a meteor shower followed him?
No.
Nah, it would have been.
I wish they would have linked that up.
That would have been interesting.
That'd have been dope.
Yeah.
Kind of like, because think about it, BJ. It's kind of like Smallville. Remember when those meteor shower came in on Smallville or whatever, when Clark entered the atmosphere? It'd be something like that where his ship entered the atmosphere and a long stream of meteor stuff came after him. And that's when Hal remember Hal was already a superhero at that time. And he stopped that meteor shower or whatever. That would have been interesting. That's a good point, BJ.
That would have been a good connection.
Yeah, that would have been a good connection right there.
I believe I saw they said Superman came in 95 is what they were saying on one of the interviews.
Yeah.
That's what it said on that graphic. It's just I don't think they put that. I don't think they realized they could have put that together.
Yeah, they could have. They should have. They would have been clean.
My last thing. What happened in 2006?
That was the interview.
The interview was 96. The interview was
96. So you don't have it's nothing there. And the question I asked is, the show was based on 2016, and the hologram was based off 10 years before that. So what happened to Hal to make him stop? Because he was still based off the hologram, like gung-ho. He felt like he was a part of that. Like, so the current version is not doing anything he's supposed to do. Like, he's not training you right. Like, he seemed like he's still on board. And then something happened to Hal, which made him stop recording and then go down that path of where he was at until 2016. And it got worse until he gets further back.
I think they're going to touch that. I think that's a major question within the show with the 10-year lapse of him updating. I think that's a great question, and I think that they will have to touch on that within the show. So I think they're going to have to
did a real good
flashback back and forth
timeline. Real good.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is 10 years.
What would say, BJ?
What was the other guy's name? Because I think they said it was something to do with Ulrich Sinestro. They think that remember, because he was supposed to be the guy that trained him.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and they think that's what. They think that's what it was. That he trained him, and something happened. That's why he was locked up, and they think that's when he kind of lost faith in the Lanterns.
Dang, so
As far
about
as
20 years. Well, no,
in
16.
06,
So about 10
in
years.
06.
Yeah.
So he'd been in 20 years at that point.
Well, when does he go see Sinestro? Is that 16? Or is that 26?
Maybe 16. But so here's the other thing too to keep in mind. They said that remember when he got the ring, it was 86, and he said that they believed that he crashed, but then he don't think it was an unintentional crash.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
he thinks that was the beginning of an invasion. So I think that something else happened. Perhaps he saw other ships trying to come to Earth or something like that, and that's why he went back to that same spot because he said that's where he got the ring was in Nebraska. It was right out. He said it was like 10 miles from that stadium.
When I said
So, and I think that's why he was like something happened in 06 in Nebraska again that had him record that and upload that, and then I think that's right after that is when the Sinestro stuff went down.
and something had happened to that compound too. That they was the rich guy, his family was talking on. That was when he came back in 2026. That was destroyed like a damn like a meteor, like a bomb went off. Like you know what I'm saying? It was nothing left. So they have to explain that too. So
Like a bomb, like a bomb in your skeleton.
Maybe a few of them.
I mean, yeah, because it's a few of them there in the town right now, from what he said. Because what it sounds like when you said that, Big J, it sounds like they're taking a story from I don't know if y'all seen Greenland's First Flight, the animated movie. I think they have it on HBO Max. It's kind of in that. No, is it that one? It was one where Abim Sur is trying to escape, and because Abim Sur and I think Sinestro were like best friends. So I'm thinking, was it Sinestro that killed him? Somebody killed him, and he was trying to warn, I guess, Earth or something like that. And how end up getting a ring after he died or whatever, and they kind of discovered that whole thing or whatever. So I wanted to kind of taking that approach, where it's like you said, he was trying to warn, somebody there or whatever, right? And the fact too that that's his sector, and it's kind of one of those sectors where it's like he said, it's like a backwater planet. Earth is kind of like a backwater planet to them. They don't really care about Earth like that, which is kind of why that threat, whatever threat it is on Earth. They're not worried about Earth like that, man. So we can hide over here this planet, not factoring in the fact that hey, somebody on Earth about to get a ring. You know what I'm saying? So that probably why Abim Sur did that too. Like if I'm gonna die, let me go to Earth real quick where my ring can pass on to somebody there that can save the people there on that planet that I can't reach or whatever, or I can't get to or whatever. So they probably one of them cases, bro. I maybe Sinestro or maybe whatever they're trying to link. So the rumor is right now, whatever the threat is that we're gonna find out at the end of this show is gonna be the threat that's gonna lead to Man Tomorrow, which it's probably got something to do with Brainiac. I don't know. We'll have to see. But that could be a theory, Big J, what you just said, bro. I could definitely see that. So but I don't know though, man. But I think it's me y'all want to add to that.
Looking forward to them answering the questions.
No, so people also had it wrong that there's not one lantern per sector, it's 2 lanterns per sector historically. So there's 7,200 lanterns in 3,600 sectors. So you can't have more than one lantern active in that area. And Earth sectors were 2814. So you can have more than one. They said Earth has multiple because it's supposed to be a cosmic nexus. But I was trying to figure out how big the sectors were. But I know Earth is a thing considered a sector.
Oh, okay.
So it's not unusual to have, 2 in one spot.
I thought maybe a sector was like per galaxy or something like that. Like Hal is over, Mars, Jupiter, all that type of stuff too. I thought that's probably what they were talking about as far as the sector. That's what I always thought growing up. I thought that's what that was. Because like I said, the dude, I think I'm blanking on his man name, of the alien that's kind of like a bird. He was over the sector that's part of Krypton. Because I know he talked about the fact that he hate that he failed Krypton. He wasn't there to stop the explosion or whatever. So, yeah, that's pretty.
Komar Say, what is his name? I forgot. I looked at it before.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah,
I think it's Tomar or Komar Say.
No, yeah, Tomar Say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the one who was over that sector or whatever. So, yeah, I always thought that the sector was E Galaxy. That's what I kind of thought it was.
So they said the sectors are basically, it's like the 360, but there's 3,600. But they said from Oahu They took like a circle around the galaxy and they divided up like a wedge, basically leading out from Oha. So it can be big. It's each one is big, but that's how they divide it. So 1/10 of a degree from Oha is each sector.
Okay. You taught me something. So hold on. So is Mogo his own sector?
Who?
Mogo, the living planet, the planet. He's a Green Lantern.
They didn't say.
I was wondering that is he his own sector because he decided a planet. So I mean, he is a planet, I should say. But I think he's considered the most powerful Green Lantern. But yeah, listen, y'all let us know in the comment section, man. What do y'all think?
Did y'all catch the Batman reference?
No, I seen something online talking about it. Or I think I saw it on Screen Crush or something like that. What was it again? Was it Black Mask?
Went into the no, what I got was John Stewart went into the office to get to see where Hal was, and the sheriff was on the phone, and she hung up the phone, but she hung up the phone saying, "I'll get back to you," or "See you later," or "I'll talk to you later," and then she said Barb, which is short for Barbara.
Oh, Barbara, yeah.
Which is
Jim Gordon.
Very, that's a name within DC. Could be a regular name, but we don't know the sheriff origins. Suppose she's tied into the family that's there. She's not a part of the family, so she could be like
only by marriage.
She's there by marriage. So, she could have came from Gotham City or something like that. Who knows? It's just
I've seen people predicting.
Just another. We get something else other than getting Batman. That's all. Just another ripple in that file.
It's about to be Venom, the part 2 over there. You're gonna have all. Tell you have all of the villains gonna have their own spinoff. The Spumsy, the Spumsy. Mm-hmm.
All right, hey, let's get y'all's Kaioken rating of this episode. What's your Kaioken rating, Big J?
First episode, I give it. Starting off strong, I say 8.95.
Okay. What you got, Big?
Man, I'm trying to think. Besides, like, what do we give premiere shows or season opening shows? Like, I know House of the Dragon was high because it was
different.
It was different, right? It was different because we did so much background and we started to see things and things happen. We had significant deaths and stuff. So it was just like, I got that versus this where it's totally new.
We're building.
We're building a lot of things. We got a lot of questions. Is it similar level? And it's not. It's a difference between the two, but I'm gonna just give it a 9 because of that. Like I can't go high 9 or anything like that. I can't say it was perfect because I saw a perfect opening. It's just it shouldn't have been open. It should have been the damn finale of the previous season. So it's cheating. But for HBO to go from that to this within a week, it's the #1 show, which means everything the House of the Dragon did, it's now second to what the Lanterns is doing. That says a lot about the show. So it's definitely a 1. It's just definitely a 9 for me, especially when Howard Jordan interviewed Homeboy and was like, "So you ain't got no feelings about Barack Obama other than his birth certificate or whatever?" Like, that's your issue. In the middle of Nebraska. I was like, okay, let's be real here. I love it. I loved it, man.
Like, yeah, you alien, bro. You alien. Ain't no way. What you got, cuz?
I'm agree with BA. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. Great TV, appointment TV, fun watch. Definitely gonna carve out like an extra hour before episode 2 to rewatch it and get the next episode.
Got some haters, man. I'm giving this episode a 9.2. No Reggie White. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man. This episode was fire. That last scene is what got me. I'm like, yo, what in the world? Man.
Well, when you knew it was coming, that's why I can't really, R.I.P.,
man. R.I.P. Somebody play the music. Right, play the music, bro. Man, it killed my boy. Not Hal. Yeah, Hal killed him off, man. I was like, dang, we just got now. Now it's kind of like it's one of them cases, bro, where it's like we already know he did, so you're gonna feel a certain way watching the rest of the episodes, knowing that he already did in present time or whatever. We already know everything is a flashback. Everything's going back in time, whatever, right? So it's like, how we supposed to look at this now going forward, knowing he already did? Like if his life is at stake in episode 3, it's like, well, we already know he gonna die, so we know he ain't gonna die in this scene right here, right? So it's gonna be interesting, man. But we are, like you said, I think we kind of knew that was gonna happen. The only way he's gonna be able to get that ring was Hal gonna have to die. So I mean,
he said it 3 times in the show.
Yeah, kind of like a foreshadowing, right? So, like I said, I just didn't think it was gonna be episode 1, bro. Like, dang, okay, yeah, I'm messing around. Okay. Some Game of Thrones stuff for real. You're talking about Game of Thrones.
You know,
Game of Thrones, my boy. Universe. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They probably need to play that, bro. Probably need to play that. But yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get to these questions in the comments, man. See what the folks talk about in the comments. All right, let's see what we got. We got CJ in the business. Said, what up, fellas? What's up, CJ? What's up, man? Salam says, "Sup, fellas? First episode was good. Took me a second to get over the old man using Lil Jon at target practice, but you get where they're going. Get where they're going. Great moments like the Hal interrogation scene and ending. Yeah, man. RP to my guy Hal, bro. Salam also says, I hope that was a Hal manhunter at the end. I mean, the showrunner said it's him. So he said they even said they were kind of wrestling with the fact that maybe killing him off. And they were 100% sure. They said the new people are going to be mad about it. So that was from the showrunner's mouth. Salam says, oh my God, get gun off of social media, man. Whoa, Salam, hold on. Don't upset BJ. Don't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't upset BJ. Don't do that, man. This is a guy. He said he love when James Gunn be on social media just saying all kind of crazy stuff. This Lam also says, I'm about to fill in an application for Big J's gun hater club. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now, Salam. I said this a minute ago. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know Big J was throwing that out there, but if we end up having another issue like we did with Peacemaker season 2, I might have to fill the application out too. I might have to fill the application. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Big J, you gotta do a background check.
I got a scanner over here.
I'm telling you right now, bro.
And email it in.
Boy, I'm gonna be so mad, bro. Like,
do my Rick James.
Come on.
Come on.
Exactly. Salam also said might have missed it, but do y'all think the majority of the storyline will be in 26 with Lost, the flashback? No.
2016, I think.
I think 16 gonna be most of it. They might go back now.
They'll go back to 06 to explain what DA brought up, but most of it will be 16.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. They probably, most 16. They might go back to 6 for a little bit there, like you said. And I could be wrong, but I don't think they're gonna probably go back to 86.
They'll show maybe 1 or 2 highlights of him in his glory days. Fresh in
96. I can see 96. You might be right, BA. It might show him like John looking at another clip or something like on the news or something, or they might show like a little kind of clip of him stopping that asteroid.
Speaking of clips, y'all talked about John and his father. I mean, we saw Hal father just get blown up. Like that was crazy to me and too. Like, they just showing that on TV like that, like the man right there. That was fun. That was crazy.
No spoiler warnings. I agree with Cuz. I think it's gonna probably be mostly maybe 2016 is gonna probably be where it's mostly gonna be at, man. And then Salon gave it an 8.3. Okay, Salon.
Oh no,
8.3.
I hate that.
Woo. I hate to show so much. What's going on? Salon, you can't be going lower than Big J now, man. Come on, man. You got.
You know what? Y'all gonna stop. Like I get everything like a 2. You know what I'm saying?
BJ be giving this like a 1.5, man. Come on, man.
Wait, hold on. Speaking of ratings, did y'all see the rating thing I sent you where they were rating X-Men? they rank X-Men season 2, not X-Men 97 season 2. One of the videos I sent you, and they broke down episode by episode, and they gave each one a rank, and I was like, see,
Okay, look, you put it in a group.
it was in the group, yeah.
I missed it. I must have missed it.
It was a comic thing. It's a comic thing, but they went literally through every episode and gave each one a ranking, and I was like, see, they were not that far.
Like us, they were just like us.
They were saying a lot of the same stuff we said. They were being funny about it. But they gave it a lot of the same stuff we said. Like I think they gave episode 1 a 6. No, it was what was it? No, they gave episode 1 was high, but that Wolverine episode, they were like that was totally unnecessary. They gave it like a 4.
Bro, I told you that was like way left field. Like, bro, what? Like I said, like, bro, that was it was levity to like whatever happened to episode 1 through 4, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna change the pace. And hey, look at this story with Wolverine. He doing stuff. It's like, bro, Magneto just died. What we doing? Like,
yeah, they were like, we had 4. They said we had 3 full episodes in a 9-episode season, and I'm like, see,
like, bro. I'm thinking when we got to 4, I'm like, oh, man, I can't tell me nothing. You can't mess my vibe up on this one, bro. This is good. Gonna be a good show. Salam says it was good. I enjoyed it, but it has room for improvement. I'm sure there will be some 9+ episode coming up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably so.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah. What would I give it?
9.2.
9.2.
Yeah. No Michael Strahan.
You overdo it too much. That's the problem.
Hey, man. Shout out to Michael Strahan, though. You know what I'm saying? 9.2.
You said Reggie White, now with Michael Strahan.
Hey, man. Hey, Hall of Famers, you know what I'm saying?
I think
man. Listen, man, we did appreciate y'all, man. Geeking out with your boys per usual, man. Listen, we'll be back here on Saturday. What's coming out Saturday? Anything coming out between and
yeah.
No, just Lanterns, I guess. We'll talk about Lanterns on next Tuesday. Oh, cuz, real quick, what was your thoughts on the end of Oak Street?
My wife keeps tripping out the fact that I keep calling it a fun watch because it was so emotional. But I enjoyed it. It was by far one of the better dinosaur movies in a long time. Yeah, it was really well done. Under 2 hours. You got to throw those kids. Yeah, it was like 1:45.
Dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to throw those kids away though. If you got to go outside with a flashlight with dinosaurs roaming around, you don't want to be alive. If you're going outside and you have to have a flashlight with dinosaurs roaming, you don't want to be alive. Their eyes different from ours.
Boy, you about to get the whole family killed. You about to get the whole family killed over a dog, bro. I said, I'm done.
Exactly. Nah, throw them away. But no, it was a good movie.
I love the movie. It was a good movie. I told my wife I was thinking about going to go see it again. It was a pretty good movie. But like I said, them kids made me mad, bro. Kids made me mad. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Put them in the trash.
Made me mad. He said, what do y'all think of End of Oak Street? Was there another film left behind? He says, gotta get into the big argument with the film. I liked it, man. Like I said, cuz they liked it too. Yeah, I love that movie, man. It was pretty good.
No, I don't think anybody got left because I think after they saw that it had that time warp, that they had the ability to start calling people for each warp to be able to save them. So I think they over time they did end up saving everybody.
So we don't have nothing to review on Saturday, correct? Other than what might pop up till then. But there's nothing like out.
Nothing out yet.
Okay. Batman, Crazy City, that's all. Yeah, that's all done. God damn.
It's all done. Yeah, bro. Dang.
Yeah, Marvel vs. Superman. Yeah,
that just ended.
That just ended.
Yeah, it just ended yesterday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, I'll watch it. We can review it.
Yeah, they
come through.
Did, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They did. Yes,
they
did.
Which is crazy, Salon, because that means that the original family that went back in time is just gonna be the wife and the kids. You know they're not gonna last long. So you gotta worry about them coming back in their place or whatever. So bro, it's crazy, bro. Like I said, good movie, man. Definitely recommend go watch. It's a pretty good movie, man.
Yeah, they definitely did different that.
Did better than Jurassic Park. But yeah, man, listen. Yeah, appreciate y'all. Like I said, geeking out with your boys per usual, man. We're gonna be back here on Saturday. Don't quite know what we're gonna talk about yet. There really nothing else that came out, but hey, y'all already know there's always some news that's dropping here for the geek culture and all them good things, y'all. Spider-Man breaking records. Odyssey breaking more records. We should be probably getting some news real soon, man, about the re-release of Endgame. Maybe they start throwing some trailers out for that.
What's it called?
Endgame again.
Hold on. Did y'all hear about the pre-sale tickets for Dune? The IMAX.
What, you said Dune or Doom?
Dune, the IMAX version.
Dune. Yeah.
You heard how much they're going for?
Bro.
Campus said it was $43 for the IMAX for the 70mm screening.
Holy.
You're trying to get their money up.
Bro, it ain't Odyssey when people was selling them tickets for like $100 something dollars. What was it? No, 100,000. People like set up to 100,000 and stuff for a ticket. I'm like, bro, y'all lost your mind. Nah,
I heard 2,000 on eBay. So people selling those IMAX tickets.
I think that's what it was. Yeah,
That's
bro.
crazy.
But $43 for just a IMAX screening?
One ticket? Nah,
one
man,
ticket.
It's the experience, man.
It ain't.
Once in a lifetime.
I'm finna experience it for like $15. You know what I'm saying?
Shoot.
I can spend it for a fraction of the price.
When I paid $40 for the Spider-Man preview, that one came with the popcorn, the 10 popcorn buckets, the hat, the suit, the drink,
the web shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that. You know what I'm saying?
All that. I had, organic webbing they installed and all that.
Dude, they're gonna give you popcorn, they're gonna give you your own bucket of sand. You're gonna get that too.
No,
there were two
from Dune 1 that everybody likes so much.
There were two black girls. I was trying to figure that out. If that so the one was holding the hand, and then had the one that walked up. So that was her family, and now she has herself there too.
Yep.
Okay. I
my sister was like, Katera was like, does he have a sister? Like, no. Remember, she ran to go get her family, right? And she got her family, I'm guessing, the time before they went, transported or whatever.
And there was no way that her parents were going to leave her.
Yep. So
yeah. Okay.
That's what it was.
Okay.
That's what it was.
I thought it was crazy. Crazy you say. Okay. See, that was just great writing.
She's like, oh, she had a sister. I'm like, that's not her sister.
Yeah.
That's her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That was good.
That was great. That was great, right, bro. I give him that. But yeah, man, like I said, we'll be back here on Saturday, y'all. Y'all come through again, man. Join us here on Saturday for more geek content. It's your boy Rail. Got Cuz in the building. Big JBA, Cuz we geek. We talk about all things in the geek culture involving movies and television. And we out.